The she shed last year went really well. For us it was incredible to have people come into your space and to be able to show people the stuff that you are making instead of making stuff for other people was really amazing. And to have feedback on the spot and to see people interested was incredible, absolutely incredible. We were really pleased at how well things sold, and it's quite nice sometimes. It feels like a validation of what you do to have people sort of part with their money there and then. But yeah, we sold quite a lot of stuff, which was lovely. My name's Putnam, and I have been living in Wainui in Gisborne for 5 years. And I'm originally from Dorset in the UK, which is on the south coast. I have been making things all my life. My grandfather was an undertaker and cabinet maker, and although he died when I was 6, the genes seem to have come through. I went to art college, and after art college I was lucky enough to get an apprenticeship with an internationally renowned furniture maker called John Makepeace. I trained with him, and then I became self-employed and worked for various furniture makers, always hoping that eventually I'd work for myself. But over that time, the creative part of me has been able to use the skills that I've learned in furniture making to express myself through more creative things that you can do with wood. Quite often the ideas for things come from offcuts of wood. I'm really careful about when I light the fire these days. I quite often am plucking out bits of kindling from the fire and saying, no, I can't burn that because that's an idea, that looks like this. I've got an idea for that. The things that you can see in offcuts are amazing. You find an interesting shape or an interesting grain and you just think, oh, I can see that in this piece of wood, and then it leads to that, and that's how those little houses came about. It was offcuts, and I started making them for the she shed last year, so just about a year. The bead jewellery is something I became obsessed with about 10 years ago. I discovered that they make these beautiful glass beads in Japan, and they are absolutely exquisite beads, and I enjoy the colours and I enjoy the shapes, and they just call out to me to be made into things, and I love doing it. Being part of this community of artists is incredible. I'm relatively new to the community, but they have been very, very welcoming. I really like inspiring other people. For me, one of the things that I particularly like to do is to inspire women to be interested in woodwork. Having spent my life in woodwork, it's a male-dominated field, and it's really nice to see women come in and say, oh, you know, how do you do this and how do you do that, and to see them realise that, oh, actually, perhaps I could do this. You know, it's led me to thinking about running courses for women, just, you know, in basic woodwork, so that they feel able to go home and do things for themselves. I feel inspired by so many things. My phone is full of pictures of things that I think, oh, I must remember that, to take an idea from it and create something. So the thing I like most about being in the she shed, I mean, there are various things I like, but I love people coming into my space. I love the opportunity to try out ideas and see a reaction, you know, immediately, and not hear it secondhand from a shop or just see it reflected in what sells and what doesn't sell. There's all these hidden gems out in the countryside, and you just don't know that they're there, and this day helps you go in and discover them, which is incredible.